So what we need to start doing as humans is taking back the language. And I want to coin a specific term now. I'm going to start using it from today. 12 o'clock. The 27th of February 2017. And it's freedomist. People say, I'm a communist. I'm a constitutionalist. I'm an Englishman. I'm an American. I'm this, I'm a human, I'm this, I'm that. And all these terms are hijacked until we hijack them back with either new ones or rediscovering the true meaning. The one that I want to coin here today is freedomist. Because people get so divided, and they're actually, when it comes down to it, they're just misunderstanding each other. They actually stand for the same thing, and they're at each other's throats. So forget all the people that don't get involved in politics. I'm talking to the people that do. What we need to start doing is forgetting about the proper language to use, getting past all that stuff and making our new language. So we need to start using ones like freedomist. What are you? I'm a freedomist. What do you stand for? Freedom. And once we start doing that, once we start highlighting the core problems, we still need the laws, but the culture and the language is what matters more, because once there's them checks and balances in the language, we won't have to, people will start behaving more, stop manipulating each other, and start respecting each other more. So how do we be free? I've done a video before about 32 hours. We need to do that 32 hours in their system, because that's what the system requires at the moment. And you might think, well, 32 hours is a lot. And it is a lot. But it's nothing compared to what our founding fathers used to do. Our founding fathers used to work all day. In the cold, in the heat, in the wet, in the ice. And we piss and moan because we've got to do 32 hours. I understand that we are enslaved. I understand that your entire week revolves around them 32 hours. But that is what is required. If you put in them 32 hours, you will get whatever you want. Now there's a twist to that. You don't just get whatever you want by putting in 32 hours. You have to put in the 32 hours efficiently. So what does that mean? That means you need to get the right amount of sleep. That means you need to, that money you earn from them 32 hours, you need to spend wisely. Because you see, by working that much, you can afford your own flat, you can afford your own car. Once God sees that you're paying them things off, and you're paying your council tax, and you're sleeping the right amount, and if you sleep the right amount, and you exercise well, you're gonna be liked at work. Now granted, back in the day, there was more freedom in other senses. Today, you don't have the freedom to be nasty. You don't have the freedom to be moody. You lose your job. You lose your relationships. Back in the day, you had to work all day. But people understood. Hello? Did I phone you before? When, last night or? Alright, I meant to phone my mum. Yeah, it works. Yeah, it won't buffer in or anything. Yeah, it was alright. So am I having this one then? I'm only joking. I said, so am I having this one then? Yeah. Alright. No worries. Yeah. Alright, no worries. No, I'm just gonna go down to the courts and see if I can get some advice. That's why I phoned my mum, to see if I think it's today 1 till 3, but it's just for the leak, because it keeps leaking, so. Did she end up getting, what's it called? How long did she get it for? The band? No? 15? Alright. Yeah. No, I don't know what it is. No, I'm saying a bit. Sorry about that. Yeah, I was just talking about I've got a Now TV box, and it's only like 60 quid one-off payment, but you can get like loads of movies and stuff, and I've lent my dad's to see if it works. He was just, I phoned him before, but I didn't mean to phone him. Meant to phone my mum, but we just ended up talking about that anyway because I only got it yesterday. So, what was I saying? Forgot what I was saying. I think I was saying about the efficiency. You need to be efficient when you work. Oh yeah, that's it. You've got the freedom. You had the freedom to be angry in the past, in say like the 1600s, and you'd still be able to keep your job because you'd be working so many hours. Everybody'd be working so many hours. They'd all be moody. But that created a culture of ruthlessness, because for every action there's an equal and opposite reaction. So people were like super moody, but then because they'd been working all day, they'd be moody when they were working all day, but then they'd go and have a beer at night, and that beer would make them feel really good. So they were rugged individuals. They were hard workers and hard players. You can't do that in this day and age, because as soon as you start swearing and whatever in work, the culture ain't going to accept that anymore. It's either going as far as political correctness, but that will get rejected because it's going too far. And that's what always happens though. So say for instance, which it never happens now, but people would be working on a bridge all day, a load of men round each other, whatever, 15, 16 hour shift, carrying heavy metal and, you know, not eating a lot or anything like that. And, you know, one might say, swear at the other, and they get into a fight. That night, they'd go and have a beer, probably not thinking that they would make friends. They either killed each other 9 times out of 10, or they made friends. Nowadays, that doesn't happen. And it's good in some ways, but it's also bad in some ways. Why is it good? good because people don't get hurt. It's also bad because there's no pressure. So under pressure, diamonds get created. Rites of passage. If you don't put yourself under pressure, you're just going to be empty. You're never going to be a diamond. So I'm going to end it on that anyway.